Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Sagittarius, October 1, 2024. There could be some frustration with communications early today, and circumstances may be such that you question a learning path or interest. If your life has become too busy with inconsequential things, for example, you'll be feeling that now. Staying busy and active makes sense now. As the day advances, you're also in good shape to work behind the scenes. You have the patience to see something through, or at least to work on something that doesn't have immediate rewards and results. You're far more interested in putting your efforts into endeavors with the potential to last. As such, it's a good time to handle things you might usually avoid or put off, as well as for any activities that require determination. Get ready for your sex appeal and drive to hit entirely new heights today and tomorrow. As mighty Mars, the red planet of drive and lust, sizzles in the depths of your solar house of privacy in the unconscious, he will whisper scintillating temptations to the great taskmaster, Saturn, orbiting in your solar house of intimacy and sexuality. This means that you could hit entirely new heights in your libido and pleasure if you're willing to experiment with your one and only for long lovemaking sessions. Get down and dirty, and don't rush the moment. Just breathe. An old interaction may come to mind. Although the new workweek is around the corner, you might be hung up on something from the past week or so. It might be challenging to let go of a situation because the Sun in Libra and Mercury in Libra will conjunct the South Node in Libra. You could be overthinking something a coworker said or did at work. Then again, you could be thinking about something you said or did in a professional situation. Shift gears so that you can look forward to this week instead of the last. Feeling a little blocked lately, emotionally or physically? This might have something to do with a tense period you're going through, where things tend to get a little bottlenecked. Keep all channels open with plenty of water and fresh vegetables and at least a few virtual yoga classes or whatever exercise releases your tension the best. Try to do this whenever you are subjected to a lot of stress, rather than putting it off until afterwards. You will be much happier. Today, you are going to be able to make a situation more concrete and have more weight in your professional life. Don't hesitate to roll up your sleeves, but avoid being sloppy. You need to take responsibility for your decisions and get involved with those you collaborate with a little more. In your emotional life, you will discover the qualities of someone close to you who had left you rather indifferent up to the present. You may even envision forming a couple with them. It's nice to uncover the hidden treasures of those close to you. In the final hours of the moon's first visit since Mercury left Leo, concluding all planetary activity in your sign until Mars returns in November, it is important to make time to listen, observe, or simply be. As your subconscious can download information faster than you can consciously process it at the moment, allowing your imagination and ideas to run freely will be beneficial. Once the moon has moved on, you will then have an opportunity to collect and process those thoughts and understand their true significance. The weekend is ideal for a bit of daydreaming. At the same time that the moon is wrapping up its first visit to Leo since Mercury left, the planet of communication is spending his first weekend in your communication sector. Since leaving Leo, Mercury has traveled across a large part of the sky to not only return to your communication sector but in time to take advantage of what is a chance to capture the efforts he has already put into getting the communication lines open. Our eyes in the sky. The beauty of today's astrological alignment lies in the opportunity for transformation and growth. With the Sun and Mercury opposing the North Node in Aries, you are being called to step into your power and leave behind patterns that no longer serve you. It's as if the universe is presenting you with a crossroads. One path leads to the comfort of the familiar, while the other invites you to take bold steps toward personal evolution and progress. Have you ever had that moment and you realized that staying within your comfort zone was actually holding you back? Maybe it was a job you stayed in for too long, a relationship you clung to out of fear of the unknown, or even a habit that was easier to maintain than to break. We've all been there, stuck between what we know and what we dream of achieving. Today offers the perfect moment to break free. It might feel a little scary at first, but sometimes growth comes from stepping into the unknown with courage and trust. You are ready for this. Ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today toward a healthier, more empowered version of yourself? There's something so special about knowing you're part of a Team ORA community where your contributions are valued. If you've been craving that sense of unity, today is the day to nurture it. Send that message, make that call, or reach out to someone you've been meaning to connect with. Have you ever noticed how even the smallest efforts toward connection can lead to deeper bonds? When we come together with the right intentions, we can achieve so much more than we could on our own. That said, while it's wonderful to embrace social interactions and team spirit, don't forget to carve out time for yourself. Have you ever spent a day surrounded by people, only to feel drained by the end, even if the experience was positive? Socializing is beautiful and necessary, but so is solitude. Taking moments to recharge ensures that when you're with others, you're fully present, energized, and able to give your best self. So if you're feeling the need to step back for a bit, honor that feeling. Give yourself permission to recharge, knowing you'll return even stronger and more centered. On a practical note, today's momentum is incredibly favorable for those of you who've been working toward personal or professional goals. Have you ever felt that satisfying rush? When all your hard work starts to pay off, and everything you touched seems to fall into place? That's the energy surrounding you right now. Whether you've been grinding on a project, building toward a career milestone, or managing financial matters, expect to see tangible progress. Keep riding this wave of success, and remember to acknowledge how far you've come. You've put in the work, and you deserve to enjoy the rewards. So if things are finally coming together, celebrate Theta Euro, you've earned it. Now, let's talk about relationships, because just as you're finding balance in your work and social life, the same theme applies to your personal connections. Have you been feeling like your relationships are either too intense or too shallow? Life has a funny way of swinging between extremes, but today is a great opportunity to find that sweet spot where relationships feel both meaningful and lighthearted. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or even family dynamics, ask yourself, how can I bring more balance into my relationships? Maybe you've been taking things a bit too seriously lately and could benefit from letting loose and having fun, or perhaps it's time to deepen a connection that's been more surface level. Either way, today's energy supports you in making those adjustments. And lastly, if you've been feeling bogged down by the daily grind, know that you're not alone. We all have days when the routine tasks start to feel like they're piling up, and it seems like nothing is moving forward. Maybe you've been feeling stuck or uninspired, and that's perfectly okay. But isolating yourself or getting frustrated won't make things easier. Have you ever tried to tackle everything on your own, only to feel even more weighed down by the pressure? Today's energy is a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. Whether it's reaching out to family, friends, or colleagues, asking for help or simply talking things through can make all the difference. Sometimes, just knowing someone else is there to support you lightens the load.